Shares of Delta Airlines are higher on the back of its earnings beat. The question on everyone's mind, though, what about the trade war? According to Delta CEO Ed Bastian, it's been nothing but clear skies so far.
It's early to speculate on that. We haven't seen any effect at all. As I mentioned, we've had the highest revenues in our history we posted this quarter. Our Chinese business is doing very well, and traffic volumes year on year are up double digits. So we're not seeing any signs. Longer term, it'd be hard to know where that could go. But right now, all signs are that things are quite healthy.
All right, so what's the view on the street? Let's bring in Joe DeNardi. He's the airline analyst at Stifel. Joe, welcome. It's good to have you on Power Lunch.
Thanks for having me.
The gentleman from Delta said that things seem to be great, though yesterday that's not the story we got from American Airlines, and the whole space has been under pressure lately. What's the real story?
Yeah, I think what you're seeing this year is a pretty significant year-over-year increase in fuel prices, and airlines struggling to offset that with higher fares. And part of that is you have capacity growing at 5%, well in excess of GDP. And I think what we've seen over the past couple of years in this industry is that, airlines have in general struggled to get sustained pricing power when capacity is growing, in excess of GDP to that degree.
Is Delta in a spot that others aren't, and from a more positive standpoint? I mean, they bought the refinery a few years back, which seemed to mitigate some of the issues from rising fuel costs. Are they in a better place than some of the other airlines?
Yeah, I think Delta's one of their structural advantages is the fact that they have much higher market share in the hubs in which they operate, and they're less exposed to low-cost and ultra-low-cost competition like Spirit, Southwest, Frontier. Those airlines have really challenged United and American over the past couple of years by offering lower fares, and American and United and others have struggled to segment their customers and not offer business customers that would never consider flying on a Spirit or a Frontier, not offering them a Spirit or Frontier type fare. Delta has been in a better position because they're less exposed to those types of airlines.
So, Joe, how much, I mean, if they've got to make up for $2 billion more dollars spent on fuel this year somehow, or offset it somehow, how much do you think they're going to be able to raise fares? And what are the next fees that we can be looking for from them? Because that is really a moneymaker that they've always relied on to mitigate the damage from rising fuel.
Yeah, I think the general rule of thumb that airlines try to communicate to the market is that they think they can offset 70 or 75% of higher fuel prices with fares. They've got a long way to go from here, but I think that'll be a combination of probably reducing some capacity. That was another, favorable data point from the Delta call.
Am I going to lose the peanuts? They're going to take away the peanuts, Joe?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there are too many more fees they can add at this point. So I think it's going to be straight on the airfares.
Joe, quickly before we let you run, what American delivered yesterday was obviously disappointing. Stock was down 8%. You got to buy on it as we speak. Does what happened yesterday change your view of that particular name?
Not at all. I mean, American Airlines has a business where they put their logo on a credit card, and when you swipe your Delta or American Airlines credit card, the discount fee that the merchant pays goes to the airline, not the card issuer. And that's a very, very good business to be in. It's very different than the competitive airline. So I think at some point in the next 12 or 24 months, you're going to see a transaction just like General Motors did a couple weeks ago where they monetized their autonomous vehicle business. Delta is going to be in a position to do that, and they're going to prove to the market what that marketing company or loyalty program is worth, and that's the investment opportunity.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.